Okay, so Blue Lock season 1 just ended, and if you're watching this video right now, you're either part of the group that is wondering if Blue Lock is the greatest sports anime ever and contemplating about that, or you're part of the group who probably hasn't even watched Blue Lock, or like only watched like the first few episodes and forgot about it and now is wondering why everyone loves the anime. So in this video, I'm gonna be mostly talking to the second group, but the points I give out in this video, I think it would give you an idea of Blue Lock has a chance to claim the title of best sports anime, even though it's not just a sports anime in my opinion. But yeah, first things first, Blue Lock mastered the art of hype, and if you watch the anime completely, you understand like what I'm saying, and you probably don't even need an explanation of why I'm saying this. But just in case you do, ask yourself, what makes the anime like hype? What do writers do or storytellers do to get you excited for certain scenes and certain moments? Well, if you break it down, you will notice that the number one factor which Blue Lock take advantage of is anticipation. Actually, two factors, because I'm also going to include being unpredictable as well. Like, think of all the Blue Lock matches, right? The reason why you can't keep your ass on your chair and you had to stand up hype as hell, because literally sometimes you legit don't know like what's gonna happen next. The reason why they're able to master the art of hype is because Blue Lock has amazing storytelling. You can think as early as Isaki's goal. If you look back at when Isaki got his first goal, that shit was hype. You know why? Well, first of all, it's because he's the main character, and that was like the first time we really get to see what he could do. But the other reason why is because of the situation that was going on. Like, it was during a game where if they lose that game, then it's over. Like, they would get knocked out. Like, he would never be able to play soccer again, or I should say football. I don't know. I'm American, so. And if you look back at that moment, the other team was about to end their life, end the game. If Isagi didn't show up in that moment, the season would have ended right there. Or at least they would have to replace the main character, which of course led to the sequence of his first goal. The fact that losing really bad, depending on the stage, means like your career's over is like basically the element that makes everything come together, like the storytelling, the hypeness, all of it. Because it's literally do or die. Like, the situations is literally win or go home, you know? And when you see like the fire in their eyes, like it really builds up that tension. Like, seeing the characters get excited, have that glow in their eyes, especially the way they animated this show, which is beautiful. By the way, I'm one of those guys. I don't really care about CGI that much. Especially, I don't think they really used it that much. Like, side note, I don't think they really use CGI that much, but anyways, yeah, the animation of how they show these characters hyped up themselves, like, you know, it's kind of like how when someone is yarning, you know, you feel like you want to yarn. Like, if you see these characters hyped as hell, glowing eyes and shit, having an aura, like, that's gonna get you hype as hell. Like, that might get you an aura a little bit, I don't know, but it all comes together because of the setup, like the Squid Games, like Hunger Games setup. So automatically, like, every match matters, and because of that situation, hype just generally happens because of the characters performing with immense pressure. And even still, like I said too, not only that is how unpredictable it is too. Because, like, think about it, how many times you got up off your seat, you're like, oh shit, are they gonna win, are they gonna lose? They do a slow-mo of the last few plays, and you're like, oh shit. You're pacing yourself in your room, you're pausing the episode like 5 times already. I shouldn't say 5, I mean like 10 to 15 at least, bare minimum. You're scared to hit play on some of these goals that are potentially happening. And it's just those moments where a clutch goal happens, a clutch like defensive play block, seeing the characters evolve too. That's another element I forgot to talk about. Like, the characters evolving in the pressure situations and executing in their plans. It's just all of it collectively. Like, the anime itself is built on hype. None of this would have worked out if it wasn't for the characters, which is number 2, which is my second reason. The characters are so unique with their unique play styles. Like, one of the best parts about this show is the fact that each character is striving to be the best for different reasons and using their own play style to become the best. Like, there's not just like they're all seeking for like to become like the best in the world, I should say. There's not like just this one singular play style that you need to become the best. Like, no matter what playstyle you have, you could become the best with that playstyle. The only thing that matters is how you think. Like, you have to. This is what I noticed. This too is mainly about. It's less about your playstyle fitting to be the best, and more about like mentally. Like, you have to be mentally thinking you're the best, or have that mental capacity of what it's like to be the best. Because we have characters like Isaki, who's specialized in spatial awareness and thinking and visualizing the feel and everything and predicting the next plays. We got characters like Bashira, who specialize in dribbling, taking people's ankles, going crazy with the ball. We got characters like Nagi, great at ball control, first touch. He becomes one with the ball. He's basically like, I think he has like the Bruce Lee, like he becomes like water, like, because when he touches the ball, like he really becomes one with the ball. Like, it feels like he's in a flow state when he's touching the ball. And that probably does make sense, because Nagi is like, he goes mainly based on instincts, like, especially since he's like mainly raw talent. So it does make sense that he has that type of play style too. And then we have characters like Bora, with like his strength and power, and of course finally like characters like Chiguri, who obviously specialize in speed. But not only that, like, there's characters that have like each of these play styles, right? But some people just do it better or do it differently. Like, Ren has spatial awareness too, but his is in a different tier than Isaki, at least in the end of season 1. He's still like a tier ahead of Isaki. And then there's characters like the dude with the glasses, I forgot his name, but he's part of Chiguri's team now, that's also specialized in speed, but he's more specialized in acceleration and like the quick first step burst, while Chiguri is specialized more on speed and a duration where it stretches out in a period of time. And things like that is what makes like the difference in separation. So like, it's either the characters, they have the same play style, some of them do, but they're a tier ahead. They understand their play style a little bit better than the other person, or they could have similar play style, the same play style, or the same attribute, I should say, but how they utilize that attribute is a little bit different, which keeps the games like very exciting, and it's not just one dimensional where everyone's doing the same thing. And it also makes the plays even more intriguing, because we're seeing all these different play styles mesh together and complement each other too. So it's just all of that just coming together. At least luckily, that's not the only thing that's great about the characters. Like, their personalities too is like, people like these characters, man. Like Nagi is probably like it's probably everyone's favorite character, if I'm being honest, right? So the fact that these characters are even likable too, on top of that, it's just a bonus on its own. Now finally, the final thing I want to talk about that I believe is the reason why everyone loves Blue Lock, and this is actually very underrated. This is like very low key of Blue Lock. This show, like this story right here, like Blue Lock possesses the ability to entertain, inspire, and also like they low-key drop some lessons, like some life lessons that you can learn, and that's really what made me gravitate towards this show so much, and like watch every episode like every time it comes out, because this show really taught me what it takes to be a high achiever for real. Like, being able to listen to what's going on in the characters' minds throughout each match really showed me how a winner thinks, man, or how they adapt to situations and how they handle pressure. Because there's so many times where, especially Isaki, they love showing Isaki's thought process and everything like that. Well, obviously because he's the main character, but every time they show what he's thinking about throughout the whole season, it's almost like I'm entering the mind of a, I don't know, I feel like I'd be getting inspiration from his thought process, because every time he thinks, right, throughout the match, is always about what he can do better. Like, how can he adapt to the situation? What are the missing pieces to the puzzle for him to win the match? Like, his thought process is always about what he could do to win, no matter what. Yeah, there's here and there moments where it seems like he's doubting himself a bit, but it always take a little something to like snap him out of it, you know? And that's really like inspiring, because it really shows that you have to have like full confidence, like full, it's not even just about confidence, it's about belief. Like, just believing that regardless of the situation, that there's a way to find the path of victory. Like, how many moments you seen Isagi where the other team's scoring and like it's a tight game, but yet you see him eyes glowing with a smile, excited for what he could come up with next and how he could evolve and win the match. You know, like that's true passion right there. That is true commitment to what you're doing and wanting to move forward no matter what, and just learning and adapting to it. It's just very inspiring. And I don't know if you seen my video already, but I actually made a breakdown video of like the mindset of an egoist, which talks about like the thought process of Isagi really, and how and basically the step-by-step process that he goes through to adapt and evolve to achieve victory in a match. So if you want, you could check it out after this video, or I might have a link in the description or something like that. Anyways, I don't know why Blue Lock gives me the feeling to like do more and go hard and becoming a high achiever myself, and not any other anime. Maybe it's because it's a little bit more realistic in terms of it's not just like crazy superpowers, like supernatural stuff going on, you know, like these are humans at the end of the day, you know, like and they're doing stuff that like people can do in real life. So maybe that realism is it was like that relatability factor of like, yeah, like this could be done in real life. Like the fact that I'm seeing that is what's really inspiring to me, and is what makes me like want to do more in whatever I'm doing. That's probably the case, but I don't know. You let me know if Blue Lock like really like change your mentality or not, because I feel like it really impacted minds. And that's like the primary reason why I love Blue Lock so much. You let me know if there's other reasons why you love Blue Lock. Why did you like the show? What was your favorite parts? How excited or how hype you are for season 2? I can't wait for season 2 for sure. Oh, another thing, one last thing. I'm probably gonna do maybe like a top 5 or top 10 moments of Blue Lock season 1. I'm thinking about doing that, so let me know if you want to see that. And yeah, I think that's it.